all this time. Technical difficulties on the line. Let me tell y'all how I feel. I was gonna hit red SQUID X link and I changed my mind. You know, I feel some type of way. I'm talking about a type of way that make me want to cry. I feel some type of way. Y'all know when I keep saying red SQUID X told me to make a choice and to choose. See, that's what you get for choosing stuff that don't mean you no good. Uh, tricksters, devils. He fought so hard against people that was listening to people like Sun Chief Engine Dushawa and Huey P. And he would say things back then, all them years ago, like, listen to the way they talk and the way they speak. And all they was doing was breaking down the words, telling you what the words really meant. But nothing unclean and dirt like a child can listen to it. If a child didn't know how to break up words, you'd think they'd be talking about fruitcake. And he would talk about how when they get mad that they would talk about sex or something. And I never heard it. And how they degrade women. And then he said to me one day directly, he said, you hanging around them and they talk bad to children and the way just by the way they speak, the fact that you will let them be in, would you invite them in your home and all this kind of stuff. It was going in, going hard. And all these years, my daughter wouldn't even listen to some of these, because she just go by my ear. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like every other thing he does, his mouth is foul and nasty the way he talks about women. I would, the scenarios and simulations and all that, there's human trafficking going on. I've lived in the streets, I've seen things. I've been around firsthand witness of things that goes on in the street. So I'm not gonna sit here and talk about this simulated and it don't happen because I've experienced it and seen it and worked around it, lived around it. But I'm saying when people come out of it and they looking for a place to get truth and knowledge and wisdom and build themselves up, and then you have somebody that's teaching you that that's what they planning on doing, and they block you off from I mean, talk so bad that it really makes you think and consider. And you really not the judgment, it comes from out of a man's heart. So just say a woman who has been through the human trafficking that he supposedly fights against and stuff like that. And then she comes to this place where she's looking for truth and all that. And he finally got everybody there, but then he talks about women so bad. Even if it's truth and it's happened, what is your space? Your space is the whipping lash for the women who overcame it and changed and fighting for truth, justice in America way and reaching back to help the other children that was being human trafficked and everything. I don't know. It's just it's shameful that you speaking like that, not because you can't do it and you shouldn't do it. It's because you protested against, like you didn't speak like that about women. I know there was a phase that you went through where it seemed like unless it was an act, when you was fighting for your child and your right and your stuff is your way and speaking about women because you went through a certain situation, that was understandable. But when you back on this, I'm the truth and the and we are against it, I would have hated to be anywhere. The scenarios that they have for human trafficking, the mouth that and the way that Red Squid X talks about and speaks about women when he's angry, might as well just be right there in the room with the situations and the scenarios. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about your mouth and how you talking, because you convinced me that you don't talk like that. Now all of a sudden, I done daughter hearing and paying attention to the names and stuff, and she would have to go over there and listen to you when you get mad about the stuff that's going to, and just talk. I mean, because it don't seem like you talking about what the women went through in the Bible. It seemed like you trying to pinpoint and talk about somebody right and now in your face and time, because you still scarred up for some. Let it go in the name of Jesus right now. Red Squid X, you have a right to choose which God you gonna serve, because you can't talk to women that kind of way and feel like God gonna take you up on some resurrection you've risen spell. You better watch your mouth and your tongue. Who you think you talking to? You talking to somebody's woman, child, children, babies. You teaching your son, God forbid, if he got to be here 99 years, the thoughts, he'll never want a wife. Now take that and I'm going to rest. You done made me mad. The wind's kicking up hard and stuff out there now. Who you think you talking to?